Hi guys, 18Dap here and welcome to the final video of the 2024-25 season. It rounds it off. It is my season review and pre-season prediction reaction. So without further ado, let's get into it. So guys, welcome to my 2024-25 season review and pre-season predictions reaction. We've been fairly busy over the last couple of weeks since the season finished, so it is a little bit later than in previous seasons, so I do apologise for that, but it is here. So we're going to go quickly through kind of how the season went, my thoughts on it, and then have a look back at the early pre-season predictions and see how close or how far away I was in predicting everybody's position come the end of the season. But I want to start the video with a huge thank you to each and every one of you that has supported the channel over the past year and before that by subscribing, commenting on the videos, sharing the videos out there, liking them, and just kind of helping the algorithm see that I'm here. So a big thank you to each and every one of you for supporting and continuing to do so. It does mean a lot, and as long as you're enjoying it, I will continue producing content videos next season as well. We have gone up to 3,719 subscribers, which is incredible. I'd love to get close to 5,000 next season. We will see. That's a big ask, but we will see. We're 1,300 away from 5,000 and moving up to League One. There's a lot of local games potentially that could help the channel grow a little bit, but it needs your help. So if you've not subscribed already, please consider clicking it so you don't miss any future content, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. But in this video, I've already kind of mentioned, we'll look at season expectations, what was set out before the 2024-25 season started, how the season went in reality, and then we'll have a look back at the predictions reaction. And if you're a regular to the channel, you've seen that all year in the previews and matchday vlogs, we do the family predictions where we predict the scoreline of every single league game. So there will be a update on that, and we'll tell you who won that trophy. But we will start with the season expectations. So at the start of the 2024-25 season, Grant McCann demanded promotion and the title, and that was after the playoff heartache against Crewe last year. Pretty much immediately after the game, he said that he wanted players to come back that were hungry, driven, and wanted promotion, and he added to the squad as well, and delivered. He wanted the title, he wanted promotion first and foremost. It was a clear target and goal set out at the start of the season. It wasn't plain sailing by any means, but we got there in the end, and a fantastic season overall. Personally, for me, going into the season, I was happy with any of the top three places, to be fair. I just wanted to get out of League Two into League One, and for me, anything less than the playoffs would have been a poor season, so luckily we didn't have to go through that lottery. But yeah, the season reality, I think consistency was key throughout the season, remaining in and around the top three all season. I think we only dropped out of the top seven maybe once all season, so it just shows that over the season we were there or thereabouts and probably deserved to go up as champions. We were slightly off the pace in terms of points secured at home. I think finished fourth in points at home, 43 maybe, 44 points, 42, something like that, 40. I think it was 43 at home, if I remember rightly. There was, I think it was Walsall, Bradford, Port Vale maybe above us, so slightly off the pace but still decent in and around that top three area. But we were absolutely formidable away, finished the season top of the pile on away form, and finished on an away win which clinched the title as well. And we had a solid end to the season really. I think it was 11 games unbeaten coming into the end of the season, while other teams in and around us were slipping up. We slipped up a few times, but luckily everything around us was going our way as well. But it was great to win promotion at home on the second to last day game against Bradford, and it just kind of took the pressure off a little bit going into Notts County away. I went into that game thinking I really don't mind if we don't win the title, because I wanted top three. We were confirmed promotion. But then as soon as you got there, it was like, no, we've come this far, we want to win the title, and luckily a 2-1 win secured that, and we lifted the trophy, which was fantastic. So a really positive season. I think the main thing was the consistency throughout the season, which got us there. Hopefully a few more recruits added, strengthened the squad a little bit over the summer, and it should be a fairly positive League One campaign next year. And that takes us on to the predictions reaction. So I've done this for a few years now, and the way that we do it is I've always predicted the table before a ball is kicked, and then we look back now at where the team actually finished. We look at where I predicted them, and then we allocate 1 point per place out that team is. So the plan is to get as low a points tally as possible across the 24 teams. So we start with the bottom half of the table. Morecambe, Carlisle both finished in the bottom two, so non-league football for them next season. Hopefully they return as quickly as possible, but I wasn't too far away with one, I was miles off with the other. Morecambe, I had them as getting relegated but in 23rd, so I was only 1 place off with those. But Carlisle, I had as having a really positive season, up in 8th, so 15 points, well, 15 places down, but 15 points added to my total. But as you can see, as you go up the table, there's some really good scores there. I've been pretty close with quite a few. 2 places away with Newport, spot on with Accrington Stanley in 21st, moving up to Harrogate in 18th, only 2 places away with them. I had them in 20th. Barrow in 16th, I had them in 18th, so they've done slightly better than what I had them. 2 really good scores in 15th and 14th. I had Cheltenham and Fleetwood, they finished in 15th and 14th, so spot on with those. And I had Crewe in 11th, slightly higher, so they were 2 places down. Well, some big scores in there as well. I had Gillingham as having a really positive season, finishing in 4th, but they struggled and finished in 17th, so 13 places out in that one. And MK Dons I had as title winners, possibly a season too early, under Warne next season. I think he'll have them cooking on gas, but yeah, unfortunately for MK Dons, finished 19th this season, so 18 places lower than I had them, so 18 points added to my total. And Tranmere, I had them mid-table in 13th, had a difficult season, finishing in 20th, so 7 places out, 7 points added to my total. So looking at that, it's not too bad. There's some absolute stinkers in there, but there's 3 or 4 very good predictions in that bottom half. The top half, not quite as good though. So starting with Swindon in 12th, I had them in 17th, so 5 places different there. But the low movers, we're looking at Colchester in 10th, I had them in 9th, so only 1 place out there. Moving up to Chesterfield in 7th, I had them in 5th, so 2 places lower. 2 really good predictions next coming up in Notts County in 6th and Wimbledon in 5th. They finished 7th and 6th, so only 1 place away from them. I had Port Vale in 2nd, so spot on, only 1 spot on prediction in the top 12. And I had Donny in 3rd, and we finished champions, so 2 places away. But some big movers in there as well. The biggest, looking down in 11th, I had Bromley as just surviving in 22nd, so a fantastic season for them. Michael Cheek, top scorer and player of the season in League 2. So yeah, 11 places higher than I had them, so 11 points added to my total. Grimsby as well, I had them as down as 19th, probably having a bit of a relegation battle. They had a really good season, finished in 9th, just outside of the playoffs, but that's 10 points added to my total. Salford, finishing 8 places higher than what I had them in 16th, they finished in 8th. And then we've got Bradford and Walsall, who I had down as having more difficult seasons than what they had. Bradford getting promoted in 3rd, I had them as 10th, so 7 places different there. And Walsall, although they threw it away, I had them down as 12th, so performed better than what I expected them to, but will probably ruin the missed opportunity of getting promoted into League One after the commanding position that they had at Christmas. So overall, I don't think I've done too bad with the predictions. We will see when we tally all those points up. So on to the results now. We'll look back at previous seasons first. So we've been doing this for a while now. 18-19 got 140 points in the 2019-2020 season. It's my best prediction with 100 points. So the target is to beat that, to get under 100, get into double figures. But I've had some stinkers in there as well. 2020-21 season, 138 points. Then we dropped down to 118. And then we were back quite high in 22-23 and 23-24 with 140 and 150 points. But this season, it's looked a lot better. So correct predictions, 4 out of 24, which is I'm happy with that. Between 1 and 4 out, 10 teams out of the 24. So over half of the table I've managed to get there or thereabouts, which I'm very happy with. But unfortunately, 10 out of the 24 have been over 5 predicted places out, and some of those were absolutely massively out, with MK Dons and Carlisle jumping to mind. So with that being said, all points added together, 118 points for this season, which I don't think is too bad. If you've done this, if you've done a prediction before the season, let me know in the comments down below. Allocate the points the same as I have, and we'll see how well or how poorly people have done. But I think 118 points is not too bad. Still aiming to get to that double figures though, so we will see if we get there next season. Onto the Family Predictions League. So as I said at the start of the video, if you've been following the channel for any period of time, you'll know that me and the family predict the scoreline for every league game. And if we get spot on, it's 3 points. The outcome of the game right, but not the scoreline, it's 1 point. Completely wrong, it's no points. And a big congratulations goes out to Chris, who wins the trophy. I don't think the trophy's been retained by anybody in the 5 seasons that we've been doing it now. So Chris finished on 34 points, Max was chasing him down on 33, I finished on 30, 4 points away from the title, and my dad holding us all up on 26 points. So that's the second season my dad's got the wooden spoon, so we'll be wanting to improve on that next year. So a big congratulations to Chris, there he is, looking very happy with the trophy. And that brings us to the end of this season wrap up. Once again, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting the channel over this season and previous seasons. I'm looking forward to fetching you more content next season, but if you've enjoyed this video in particular, stick a big thumbs up on it, get your comments in the section down below, let me know how you think our season was or how your season of your club has been, and also let me know if you did a pre-season prediction, what score you got, allocating 1 point for every place out that you were, and if you haven't already, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content next season. And all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.